Mike is hot.
Oh, where are these slap dicks?
I don't know what's going on. Where everybody at?
Oh no.
Oh, that's weird.
Still got
Yo.
zero.
Here we go.
that's
Here
you.
we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
What happened?
No, we got a hot mic. I'll wait, but I'm writing it because now I remember what I wanted to ask y'all. Babe, give me a pen, please. And a paper, please. Huh? Oh, I have a pen right here.
Yo. What up, Twitches?
What's up, Twitches?
Did you say something in Spanish?
Say something in Spanish. I try to get Nina to speak Spanish to me in the throes of passion, and she won't do it.
Oh, it's the greatest thing.
You can't request it. Just let it happen. Don't request it.
No, I requested it. It's the greatest.
Does she call you Poppy?
Yeah, you looking for some Papi Chulo?
Hey, man. But it would just know you're going to finish.
She could tell me to flush the toilet, and I don't care. Whatever. I don't know what she's saying, so it could be.
You ain't going to know. Right.
I know.
Donde está el baño?
She could tell me I'm the worst lover she's ever had. I wouldn't know the difference.
Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios, this is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, looky there. Man, cut that close. I've got a sweat going here.
What had happened?
I found out what the phrase, there's a problem between the chair and the keyboard means today. I found out what that phrase means. It means I'm dumb. Had some connection issues. So I had to get on the phone with LG and have him face live me from Tokyo. And we just barely got in with 3 minutes to spare. And at one point he texted me, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm just so ass-whipped by it. I just had connection issues, and he fixed it. I think I had too many things pulled up or something. Hell, I don't know, man. But he texts me, I think there's a problem between the keyboard and the chair. I'm like, what? I'm looking at my chair. Like, what the hell are you talking about? My chair is fine.
Me too. I was looking the same. I was like, wait,
it
so
means
there's a connection?
The person sitting in the chair is an idiot. That's what it meant. So thank you. Good morning. Welcome. It is In the Building. Good Lord. We're good.
I wish y'all could see LG's face when he was helping Mike. He was like, is this the way you connect? This is ass backwards.
Right. Apparently, when we get off the show today, I have to bookmark the link to the show that I connect on every day from my house whenever we do the show at home. That way I don't have to go through my email. And here's the thing. This is not the first time someone's gotten upset with me over the process that I use. You should see Nina when she sees me open up my email on my phone. She's like, is that how you go to your email? Yeah. She's just like, jeez, dude.
Hey,
man, it's what works for me, man. You know,
right.
except when it doesn't work, which was today. So I had to. You think I like calling LG, knowing that he's going to give me that look and insult me? No. But when we get off today, he's supposed to show me a quicker link. How we doing, man? God Almighty! It's the last day of the week. I broke into a sweat panic that we weren't going to get on. How you doing, man? Everybody good?
I'm great, man. If I was any better, I'd be flying.
Oh, attaboy. Very good, man. It is in the building.
I'm lying.
Thank you.
I'm lying, but that's okay. Yeah, but that's what you're supposed. I think that's what you're supposed to say.
No. I mean, unless it's like super personal. What do you got? Hemorrhoids or you got constipation or what? What's the deal? Why are you lying about flying?
Water heater issues.
Oh, geez.
Whipping my ass.
Water
it's
heater
always
issues.
Something.
I've got car issues.
What do you mean? Oh, still?
Well, no, it's new. So Nina's car yesterday or the last couple of days, she was like, "Hey, my car feels weird when I start it. It starts, but it takes a second. It doesn't go, woo, 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 woo," but it's just like you start the car and you can just it's taking longer to click. I thought, well, that could be a starter, could be your battery, could be going out, something like that. So we've swapped cars. She took mine, and so when we get done today, I'm going to go and take her car to Valvoline and have them test the battery and go from there. So, yeah, man, what's up with your water heater?
I got to buy a new one.
You got to buy a new one. Oh, dude, like, you
Yeah.
sure? Got to replace the whole thing?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's always something, brother. It's always. I just
Oh, I
had to
know.
buy
Well, sure.
I bought a new garbage disposal yesterday.
Okay. The whole
Huh?
disposal, you had to buy a whole new one.
Dude, we've had this home. We've been in this home since October of '05. So we've been in it going on 20. It was
Yeah.
2 years old when we bought it. So the house is about 22 years old. So shit breaks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the joys of being a homeowner. It's
So
yours, but it's up to you to fix
let
it.
me let me do my best Mike Taylor impression. Hey, so if any of you guys in here know, let me get my mic going. Hey, chat, help me out here. If any of you guys know anybody, cousin, Theo, that knows anything about water heaters, email me. Let me know. That's my best mic impression.
As someone who had
Works.
recently had their water heater replaced about a year ago, call around to a bunch of different companies because there's no rhyme or reason to the rate for the installation and the labor. I
Mhm.
had
Dude, the
everything
labor
from
is what's killing me. The
I had
labor is like,
everything
I'm
from
like, damn.
900 to 3,000 quoted to me, and
Damn.
I called
And what
four
did you
different companies. I went
900
I
is
went with the
crazy.
900. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how do you even justify that? If a water heater works, it works. I mean, what makes the $900 less valuable than these other companies who were charging you 3 grand? That's
You
insane.
know, let me tell you what it is. No one does trades anymore. So there's only a few people that do electric. There's only a few people that do HVAC. There's only a few people that do plumbing. And so it's slim pickings. So they can charge what they want to charge.
Tech nerds like LG that make fun of people who have trouble when they can't connect far outweigh trade guys now. 50
Hmm.
years ago, you could be 50 years ago you could become an electrician and make a damn good living. Or you could go become an HVAC guy or an AC guy or a water guy or something like that. Is it, and I don't know if this is true or not. I bet you they know in the chat. Is it true that we have a dearth of trade workers in this country anymore? Where it's becoming a problem because young men are not going into the trades anymore? We're told you have to go to college
Right.
and get a white collar job and put yourself in massive debt versus guys that decide to go to tech school and become a and take a trade. That's what I would recommend, man. And they're probably in high demand now. Certain engineering
Oh,
companies and
high
stuff,
demand.
way high.
You can retire in 15, 20 years if you know a trade because it's slim pickings.
Yeah, you can charge 3K for a
Or
freaking water heater.
Greg, you're too expensive for me.
hmm So somebody help Rudy with his water heater issues. All right, he just replaced a disposal, and so if you know a guy, and we all, it's this is the biggest small town in the country. If anyone knows a guy or knows a guy that might be able to help Rudy out, give us a shout. All right. All right. So anyway, let's get started. Good Lord, it's Friday. Got a lot to get to today. Let's update the D bag, shall we? Because that just ended. I want to make sure I get the
Who won
accurate
yesterday?
numbers. For sure, Jake Paul won. I just want to see the numbers. I want to get the final tally on that. So let me go here. Uh, in my unique way of connecting to websites that I have that will probably piss off LG. It's like, wait, it takes you that many steps to get to you should see how many steps it takes me to get to Love You Hard TV.
Oh my God. I don't even want to talk
Probably
about
too
how I
many.
get here. You know, I go back through the links that y'all have sent and
Yeah.
click it. And that's all the way at like the bottom because
Same.
you know what I mean?
And you should have saw him on Face Live with me a second ago. Wait, that's how you get to the show?
That's
Oh,
how I
God.
get there.
All right, we have a final tally.
What's up?
Congratulations are in order to the noted YouTube star turned boxer, Jake Paul, who just
He's a legit boxer.
annihilated. I know he can fight. He can fight. Smashes JJ Redick 81-19. 81% for Jake Paul. He advances into the second round, which is now set in the 2024 In the Building Love You Hard Bag-tastic Voyage Challenge Championship of 2K24. Today, the second round begins. It is the number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed. The number 8 seed is that sick maniac, that serpentine who has weird sexed his way through Hollywood. It is the noted mogul Diddy, who is currently incarcerated. I don't think we've ever had anybody win the tournament while in jail. So if Diddy wins this year,
I don't know.
this would be historic.
Okay. That would be.
He is against the most popular boxer in the history of the state of Texas, because we have a lot of Mexicanos and the Mexicans love. Well, I say that in one sentence, but then he is the number 1 overall seed this year, which a lot of Mexicanos nominated him. It is Fred Loya's own Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, look at that. Hey, Oscar. That's a good matchup right there.
This is like one of those early championship matchups.
Right. All the matchups now are going to be big. The rest of the bracket,
Well,
now the second rounds here, it's epic.
Well, this is what I'm going to say, though. What's funny about this is Jake Paul's picture that LG's using may carry him to the title. Because, like, that picture, it doesn't get any douchier than the picture he's using for Jake Paul.
That's a long time ago, too. He's all muscled up now.
That picture alone may carry him. Because if I go to and log on and go vote, even if I don't know who he is, I'm voting for him. Like, if I didn't know what a douchebag was and, kind of explain, I'm like, yeah, that guy right there, that's who should win.
Imagine that kid knocking on your door, asking for your daughter. Sup, bro? Daughter here.
I wish he would, bro me.
I'd love to see that.
I wish he would, bro me. I wish he would, bro me. Don't bro me if you don't know me.
That's correct. And damn sure don't bro me if you're trying to date my daughter. Shit. So there's today's matchup. Yeah, I'm a champion. Diddy can't do nothing to me. I'm better. I'm a more bigger douche than Diddy. Diddy's a pervert. He likes to stick his fingers in holes that don't belong. I'm just a fucking cokehead. At least I own my shit. At least Oscar does own his D-baggery, where Diddy's running from his.
I used to suck dick for coke.
Okay. Oscar owns his. Didn't he recreate the lingerie bit for Halloween either this year or last year? He brought that back. Remember years ago, he had the pictures slip out because that Russian model he was banging, he got dressed up in her lingerie and her fishnet pantyhose, and he let her take pictures, and then she goes and posts it. He tried to deny it was him and say it was photoshopped, which was all bullshit, and we all knew better. It is a 52-year-old, 18-year-old Oscar De La Hoya versus an accused pervert Diddy. So there's your D-bag matchup today. Go on to our page at YouTube at Love You Hard TV and click on the communities link. I'll also send a link out later when we get off the air today and vote for the D-bag of the year championship. It is round 2, 1 versus 8 seed, De La Hoya versus Diddy. Yes. All right. It is in the building. We got lots to do today. What is on the run sheet? Let's check in with DJ LG when he's not
what's up, LG?
When he's not having to troubleshoot me from 4,000 miles away. He's hanging out in Tokyo. It is 12:13 a.m. Saturday morning in Tokyo.
Nah.
So what have we done all day while me and Rudy were and the rest of our listeners were asleep? What have you been doing?
Man, I went to a all-you-can-drink sake bar.
Oh boy, you look okay. You're holding up.
Yeah, this was earlier, so I've sobered up. I took a nap. It was pretty wild, man. It was pretty wild. They had a whole refrigerator full of sake, maybe like 100 bottles, and you serve yourself. You just walk up, and
Whoa.
serve yourself. And they give you 90 minutes.
Wow.
See, I wouldn't do well with that, LG. Okay, first of all, you don't have to be specific, but was it expensive, moderate, or cheap?
It was cheap. I would say it was cheap. It was about 1,300 yen per person, which is roughly $10 a head.
10
All
bucks
right.
for an hour and a half of whatever you want to
Yes,
drink for an hour and a half for $10.
but the catch is you have to order 2 food items. They have a bunch of small plates, like
I'm good with that.
appetizers. You
That's
have to order
smart.
2 food
That's
items.
actually smart.
It's a good
So
bit.
all in all, after the 90 minutes, I ended up spending about $60,
That's
Wow.
love.
including tip. So
Wow.
yeah,
And
it was,
so
it
you
was
went
really
you did
good.
some day drink. The best
Yeah.
kind of drink.
I had some of the best Wagyu beef I've ever had, and the dude like roasted it right at the table.
Oh, look,
here we
and
go.
LG rolled
Oh,
on it.
wow.
See,
That's
I love
fantastic.
LG's mentality. LG's mentality is like, I might want to roll on this. This is awesome.
Oh, he
Look at
was
that.
like he was waiting for me to roll on it too. He's like, "You gonna roll on this?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm
He's
gonna roll."
fortunate. That's badass. So we're
Yeah.
He
watching a
spoke
video of
English.
No, not English was not spoken. It was kind of difficult.
So do you like Google Translate? Just hold the screen up for them to read what you're trying to tell them?
Nah,
you do
just
that?
the menus have pictures on them, so I just kind of
Okay.
point, and then
Cool.
I'll look at it with Google Translate myself because it has the feature where you can pull the camera up and you can just
Yeah.
point it at stuff and it'll translate it in real time.
Oh, that's cool.
I would love to.
Look at that.
That looks like some meat you want in your mouth.
It was good, that's for sure.
Mark that. 9:15 a.m. Mark that. What show is this?
It's so childish.
Is this 225? 225. Hey, I take my childish behavior very seriously. Episode
Me too.
225.
That
9:15.
looks delicious, LG.
It
But
was
see,
good.
the,
Yeah.
the San Antonio in me, LG, and I can't help it. It's just who I am. I need a tortilla. I need a
God.
tortilla.
Oh yeah.
I need a
Oh.
tortilla.
That's why we're fat. That's why we're all fat here, because we have to accommodate our food with stuff and mess it up. Bullshit.
Yep.
So
And
that's how he cooked it. So it was brought to you
Yeah,
raw, and he cooked it like that.
exactly. That's how he cooked it, and it was still kind of like meat, like rare.
Cool.
He didn't cook it
Of
like
course, it's
well done.
it's Wagyu. It's
Yeah,
Wagyu.
it's
If
supposed
you
to be rare.
overcook it, he should be fired.
And I think that was like 580 yen, which is roughly $5.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow. How long
pretty
does it
good.
take for the torching there?
Wait,
That's on
$5
an
for
infinite loop.
Wagyu?
Yeah. It's
Oh, it's an
every-
infinite loop. I see.
Yeah, it's a loop.
Okay, cool.
I also
Dude, that's
went
cool.
to the Shibuya Scramble, which is the busiest intersection in the world, and I couldn't get up high to get a good picture of it, but this is just kind of a
Wow.
look at it.
That makes Times Square look like fucking Bernie.
This is what you always see in the videos, that it looks like Times Square. Yeah.
What's this called?
So then no
Shibuya-
cars can
Shibuya
go.
Scramble?
Shibuya.
No, there's cars.
Shibuya.
This is during when the crosswalk turns green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like multiple crossings that all happen at the same time. And there's a subway station right here. So everyone's crossing over to the subway right there.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's the
Damn, that
busiest
dude-
intersection in the world.
Wow.
That dude looked like a K-pop star.
Dude. And then I saw a dude that looked 213. He looked like Gandalf.
Oh, they're out here, man. Japan
about-
has the
about-
oldest population on Earth.
How about black people? Have you seen one?
There's a lot of Nigerians here.
Okay.
I have seen a few, like, I guess, born and raised here because they speak fluent Spanish, but no, not too many.
Oh, Spanish. You've seen
Hey.
some.
No, I mean,
you've seen some
fluent
Latino.
Japanese, not Spanish. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
But there's
For
a
the
lot of
record,
Nigerians, though.
that's Rudy's.
For
That's
the
Rudy's
record,
uncle when he was
Mike-
stationed in the military, making babies.
Mike brought up race today, not me. For the record.
Well, no, I'm interested. You know, when I go
No.
on vacation to a place, I like to, and LG's the same way. I like to incorporate myself into where I'm at, especially if I'm gonna be there for a week. Like I'll read the local news. I read up on the demographics. I read about the GDP. I want to know who the the political leaders are. I look into all that shit. I nerd out when I go somewhere.
That's cool. I like
for
it.
sure. Thanks, man.
Good stuff,
Luis Flores,
LG.
give us money.
Appreciate you.
What's up, Luis? $2. Thank you. Buenos dias in the building. Thank you, and be safe. I will, Luis. Thank you for the $2. You can join Luis and jump into the super chat and tip us as much as you want. You don't have to be a cheap ass like Luis with his $2. You can give us more if you want to. Or you can also buy us a coffee, which is another way to tip us by going to the Buy Me a Coffee link that LG posts every day. So welcome in the building. Why are you going to tip $2?
Luis.
Just don't tip. Shit.
Hey, $2 is $2, man. That'll get
Why
you.
Are we tipping?
That'll almost get you some Wagyu beef over here.
No, it won't.
Hey, you can get. You're $3 away from Wagyu in Tokyo after that.
All right,
$2.
So help
Love
this
you
out.
hard, Luis.
I'm an ignorant American. It's Wagyu, not Wagyu.
Yeah, it's Wagyu.
Not the Y is not pronounced.
It's silent. Yeah.
Okay. Just to confirm, because I'd be that Texan that shows up. Hey man, where's y'all's Wagyu? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be insulting to folks. Thank you for that clarification. Thank you, Luis.
Where do they get their cows from in Tokyo?
They
Texas.
breed them. No, they have them here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
but they treat them good and they kill them humanely.
Well, yeah. Well, the Kobe beef cows, they like massage them and feed them all sorts.
They
of
get
good
massage.
food. Yeah, they get massages.
They jerk. They do it. They jerk off with that machine. They jerk them
Whoa.
off with the machine.
Okay, let the record show Rudy brought sex up for the first time today.
I don't know if I'd actually call that sex.
No,
but...
Mike.
Yes,
only reason why I said that, I get accused of being a race baiter. So I that's the only reason why I said that. They accused me of
a race baiter yesterday.
Yeah, a lot. It's cool though.
Okay.
I need of the few thousand we get, I need a few hundred people to literally hate my guts.
Well, we're not going to exactly. It's great for business. If everyone likes us,
I need them to
plateau.
Yeah, I need them to hate me. Skip Bayless is a multimillionaire because we hate him.
Right. But you're not baiting anybody. Rudy's opinions are not bullshit. He's not just saying stuff.
No. Limbaugh made a whole career out of it.
I'm saying.
So bring on the hate. Bring on the hate.
Bring on the hate. All right. Now, since you let us into sex talk, since you brought up sex, it is time for a Texas female teacher diddling report. All right. I just sent y'all.
We got another one?
We got one.
Female?
Well, yeah, we only talk about the females on this show. We don't talk about the males. That's sick. That's gross. Those fuckers should be castrated. But we celebrate the women that do it, though. Not you. Well, yeah, we celebrate that because it's funny. It's funny when women do it. It's perverted when dudes do it.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
I just sent y'all a link to the story that I got this on. And LG, if you want to post, if you can, if you have time, maybe don't. It's not really worth posting, but my God, this was one horny teenager to let this girl put her hands on him.
Oh, is she terrible?
Granted, when you take a mugshot, you just got arrested. Your whole life's ending, probably. You're in a small town. So, yeah, you're not going to take the best picture when you get a mugshot. But this girl here, ooh. All right, in Beast, Texas. To be specific, Henderson.
Okay.
Henderson High School has checked in to the 2024 In the Building Female Texas Teacher Diddling Report. A woman in Henderson was popped on Wednesday night for charges of possession of child porn.
Okay.
And diddling a kid. Catherine Pryor, a.k.a. Katie Pryor, who worked at Henderson ISD's, she worked in the Vocational Agricultural Education Center. She was an ag teacher. She was teaching farming. And they were
of course, in Beast, Texas.
They were planting her crops.
Okay, in my Mike Taylor voice.
Let me show you how to make a penis grow.
But of
She's
course,
been
they teach farming in East Texas.
Well, of course. So she's been charged with child pornography, which is strange. Maybe they were looking at, oh, it's weird.
No, she's
Also,
probably charged with porn. Oh,
but there she goes. Oh, look, see, I guilt tripped Louise. She just gave us $5 more. Orale. See? Hey, okay, 7's fine. That'll buy us an actual combo meal. Thank you, Louise. Cheap bastard. Maybe she was showing the kid how to jerk off cows, LG.
She looks like she was raised on a farm.
Yeah, she looks like she's got problems. Her hair looks unhealthy too. She needs to wash
she's
her hair.
definitely on farmersmeat.com.
Gross. All right. So child porn, and she's also been charged with second-degree felonies of improper relationship between educator and student and indecency with a child. An unnamed student, of course, they never named the kid. During a forensic, this is the Tyler Telegraph, the Tyler, Texas paper, the birthplace of Rudy J.
Yes, sir.
During a forensic interview conducted at the Children's Advocacy Center, the student detailed an incident involving Miss Pryor in which she rubbed his legs and then rubbed his penis on the outside of his clothes while she was driving him home from school. That's all. You never let your son get driven home by a teacher, right? I mean, that's just a no-no. You make the kid walk. Henderson PD learned that the victim's mother searched the victim's Instagram account and discovered a sexually explicit message thread between the pair. HISD Henderson immediately placed the teacher on paid administrative leave, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she'll never teach again. So I don't know if they've actually done anything. Like, have they had sex? That's not been confirmed. But so far, it's just dry rubbing him on the outside of his jeans and sending him cochino pictures.
What I've had this question for over a decade now. Like,
Yeah.
what is up with the female teachers of today?
It's social media. I think female teachers, she's probably chatting him up. Like his mom went through his phone. They've been chatting up on Instagram.
But this is like the 10,000th woman teacher in the last decade. Like,
Sure.
I'm just talking worldwide that likes these young boys. It's so strange. None of our teachers did this.
Nope.
Is it the Frosted Flakes? Is it the chicken nuggets?
Oh,
What
like the
is it? The
chemicals?
food?
No,
Is
I
it
don't
the
think
food?
so. Nah, I don't know, man. I just think it's women love social media. And back in the day when there was no way to connect with a student. And also, I mean, I've said this before. I had a crush on one teacher, but she had gray hair. Like, why? We didn't have 22-year-old. Now, I don't know how old this teacher is. She don't look very old. And this is Henderson. It's East Texas. It's countryside. They have a hard time finding teachers.
Well, whiskey and cigarettes make her look older than she probably is.
Probably
She's probably
so.
not that old.
Yeah, probably. Now, and this is it's not about the country versus the city, because every year when you go through the list, like here, like she almost made it to the end of the year, but here we go. So congratulations to Henderson. But when you look at the list, and I've got it, you can't predict it. It's cities versus suburbs versus country towns.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So this is the list now. We have Dripping Springs up near Austin, I think.
Oh, that's close. I was just in Dripping Springs on Labor Day. It's like an hour and a half from my house. Yeah.
Yeah. A good barbecue in Dripping Springs. And they got teachers who will
Yeah.
do things to the students.
And
Beaumont,
great distilleries. Yeah, Beaumont. Okay.
Mission,
Makes
down
sense.
in the valley. Yeah. Alvin, the birthplace of Nolan Ryan. Mahia, up by Waco.
I don't know where that's
San
at.
Antonio Warren, baby.
We had a Warren. San Antonio Warren had a teacher.
Warren checked in this year. Yeah.
Wow.
Stanton, Texas, which I think is down near Corpus, I want to say. San Antonio Lanier, the Vokes.
Lanier had one.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That one I missed that one too.
She grabbed his spoke at the home of the Vokes. Rockdale, up in East Texas. Laredo, Buda, Agua Dulce, way the hell out in West Texas. And now Henderson checks in. So Dateline Henderson, congratulations to Henderson. You have joined the 2024 Texas female teacher diddling report. All right.
See, now that one I'd be mad at my son. I'm like, come on, son.
I know, right?
Come on, son.
Well,
Come on.
maybe the boy's got acne and maybe he's got self-esteem issues. Maybe he was groomed by her because he's got issues, Usually when this happens, these boys probably get high-fived by their buddies and carried around the football field like they just won the prom king. Because normally it's
He's
something
gonna
to
have to
be proud
leave.
proud
He's
over.
gonna have
Yeah,
to
that's
change
bad.
schools.
He's always going to be that kid that did that shit. All right, I'm so sorry, Jay, but our show brought to you in part today by Ribaldo Realty, the official real estate agent of our show. It is Jay Ribaldo. By the way, let's get into this lot he now has listed. That house we've been trying to get rid of for the last few weeks, that one over in Universal City, it is under contract.
Yeah.
Boom. Hey. Under
Another one
contract.
down.
So another one got sold this week over at Ribaldo Realty. So, and I forget to mention this a lot during our live spots, but Ribaldo also has land for sale. He can sell you a lot, This is a lot for sale here up in Bulverde. Brand new, untouched Texas land area here in the San Antonio area. So get your ass over to his website and check out the listings he's got if you're just looking for a lot to build something on, And if you want information on, like, can I build a house? Can I do a mobile home? Has it got water? Does it have power? All that kind of thing. Jay will answer all those questions, but there's a lot for sale right there for $215K. Just got listed on Ribaldo's Realty website and his Facebook page. He also has all of his listings on there, the official real estate agent of In the Building. It is Jay Ribaldo, 210-887-1081. His website is ribaldo.com. Ribaldo.com. Thank you to Jay Ribaldo. Now let's get into it. Yes, sir.
And if you're like just one of them land guys, just buy the land. Sit on it. I'm sure in a year or two you'll double your money. Even if you never build on it.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I
flip
mean?
it.
Like,
Sure.
just flip it. Right. Or you're selling, 6 months from now for $265 and make $50K. You don't necessarily have to build on it. Just buy it and sit on it.
Yep.
Anywho.
Correct. Untouched until some female Texas teacher gets a hold of it.
That's what the sound that they were making.
Thank you. Okay.
That was the sound. Oh.
I was waiting on you to pick up on that. We may owe Jay a freebie after this one. Thank you, Jay. Love you hard. Thank you, man. Is he home from the Philippines yet? Where the hell is Jay?
Yeah, he's got to be home.
Is he home? He got to be home by now.
I don't know. He texted at 2 a.m. y'all's time.
Yeah, it was 2 a.m. our time. Thank God I didn't hear it. I was asleep. All right. It is In the Building. We're on all platforms because we are a major, monstrous podcast company and content creation company. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify. You can also listen to us on iHeart, their radio app. And you can also watch and view this thing on Twitch. We're always trying to build our Twitch page. You can become a member for just $6 a month. You can get exclusive access to all of our members-only content that we do, that we're due to do some more of once LG gets back from Japan. All right, let's get into some punches now. Presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kell. You got a punch today, sir. Who are you punching?
I want to punch 100 idiotic males that decided to pay to go 100 dudes paid to go and help OnlyFans star Lily Phillips reach her goal of sleeping with 100 men in a day on her OnlyFans channel.
Oh, my. Imagine being like the 99th dude.
I know. 100 dudes paid. One dude was like, yeah, it was $250 for the ticket. I had to pay $220, something to get a STD check. And then I paid $800 for my room. So all in all, dudes, I'm serious. And they all got 5 minutes each. She would start a timer once they entered. And then they had 5 minutes to. Now their faces were blurred, but they had 5 minutes to get off. 100 dudes. 100 dudes paid this.
I'm assuming protected sex.
Well, they took a STD test, so I don't know.
Surely.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Wow.
But and this chick, she breaks down crying after the last guy. She was like, "This wasn't easy, but in a couple months, I'm going to do 1,000." I swear to God, that's what she said. And I'm like,
This wasn't
"Wow,
easy. Was
LG."
the journey worth it? It's all about the journey. It's about the process, all those practices, all those late night film sessions. It's all worth it.
Uh,
Without
so
stopping,
now I'm,
did she get a break? Did she get to ice down or anything? Did she
man,
get to
I
go
don't know, bro.
walk a couple of blocks, come back? Good Lord, man.
100 in a day.
Oh,
And these dudes did it. Like,
of
so I
course.
can't, like, when I see these numbers, like, there's some other one that made like 43 million this year. I'm just like, I don't know how they're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but for 100 dudes to agree to that and then go through with it is wild to me.
Wow.
100 eggplants in a day.
And they paid how much money total for all this?
Well, it depends. Well, some dudes came from out of town. So some dudes had to get a flight, had to get a room. Then you had to pay for your STD test
Oh my God.
because
Where are
that was
you
the
at in this
requirement.
world when you're doing that shit? Not her, the
I don't know.
guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's hustling. You
How much
know,
did she
the,
make? I bet lots of thousands.
she probably made a few $1,000,000 this year
Oh man. Okay. So she was crying, but now she says she wants to do 1,000 in a day?
in a day. I don't even know. I guess you have to do 3 minutes because I don't even know how you can do that in 24 hours. I don't know how you can get 1,000 in 24 hours.
Oh, they're all
That's a
lined
lot
up
of
like
egg.
hobos at the soup kitchen waiting to go in there? Is that how
Well,
God
it looks
almighty.
like San Antonio. It looks like San Antonio when a new restaurant opens.
Or the new shoe release?
But she broke down
Jeez,
crying.
man.
Like, this wasn't
Come
easy. Like,
on.
she was like, I had to make sure that they came in 5 minutes. I was like, what the
Bro.
hell? Where are we?
Wait, it didn't
Where
count
are
if it
we?
wasn't complete. They couldn't just stop 5 minutes in. Rather, they had,
Bro.
dude, gross, man. So disgusting. I've got two punches today. I want to punch San Francisco 49ers, soon to be ex-ass 49er linebacker DeAndre Campbell, who quit last night. You see this?
He was my 1-8 punch. I was gonna punch him, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna punch these 100 idiots.
There was some commotion on the sideline last night in San Francisco because they had two more linebackers get hurt. I've never seen it. There's never been a franchise that had more injuries than the 2024 49ers. They
Sure.
lose two linebackers last night, two more. And so they go to this veteran, DeAndre Campbell. And he's dressed. And he's like, nah, I don't want to play. What? No, you got to
So
get
what?
in.
Well,
So and
no.
so got hurt.
Well, I think he was pouting because he started 12 games. This game, he
Right.
lost his starting job. So when it was
Right.
time for him to go in, he was like, nah, forget you. I ain't going there. You didn't want me to start, which is very pizza-like of him.
Chicken shit. Well, he'll be cut
Hmm.
today. He may be cut now. It's 7:30 on the West Coast. As soon here in an hour or two, you'll see he's been let go. What an asshole. That's bullshit. And those players
It makes it worse.
annihilated him in the locker room.
Oh, no,
Major
in
asshole.
the locker room, in the post-game press conference, George Kittle said, I hope I'm never around anybody like that again, because when you're having a season like they're having, that's when the
Mhm.
band of brothers is supposed to kick in,
Right.
and you're supposed to stick it out and, make sure, we're together in this. And
Mhm.
you bailed on your teammates at the worst time possible. But I am happy to see 49ers go down in flames. I'm not a big fan of 49er fan. I think they're not bandwagon, but they only wave their flag when things are going well. But you 49ers, y'all are the Utah Jazz. This era of 49, you're the Utah Jazz, you're the New York Knicks, you're the Seattle Supersonics. Jordan, aka Patrick Mahomes. Y'all's window is officially closed. It's just not locked yet. The window isn't locked yet, but the window is closed. So I'm happy to see the 49ers go down in flames. But
Well, and Shanahan looked
what this dude did was BS.
Bullshit. Yeah. Shanahan looked gobsmacked on the sideline. The guy wouldn't go in. Like, what the fuck you talking about? And then he was pissed. And
Right.
yeah, Rudy's right, man. I thought by now the Nike child factories of Yangon, Burma, or wherever they are, would have stitched some Super Bowl champion 49ers shirts by now, but nothing to show. Nothing to show in terms of a championship for Kyle Shanahan. And I assume he's one of the, and I've always considered him one of the 5 best head coaches in the league.
Sure, he is.
And they're just not going to get it done. And it's not just because of the Chiefs either. They've had some bad losses in the playoffs in the NFC playoffs. So, and the debate still rages as to whether or not Brock Purdy really is capable of getting it done. Like ultimately,
I never believed in Brock Purdy. I just felt like he was in a perfect situation. I never believed in Brock Purdy, and people were mad at me, but I don't believe in that dude.
It's the old Dak analogy. If Dak had been the quarterback with the 49ers, all things the same. Now, granted, Dak would have been making more money. Would the 49ers have won the championship? I say no, because Dak shits the bed in big games himself. But it's been an interesting discussion around here. Also, I want to punch the group of protesters who have showed up in Texas this week. The anti-circumcision protesters. You seen this? This is an activist group that protests against circumcisions across the country. They want all circumcisions to end.
What?
So they showed up in Burnett. You know where Burnett is?
It sounds like Hills Have Eyes type town.
Burnett is up on 281 in between. It's north of Marble Falls, headed to Lampasas off of 281. It's the birthplace of the great Jordan Shipley, former Longhorns wide receiver. And they show up in Burnett, Texas, and they blocked traffic off just about 2 o'clock yesterday. Protesters against circumcision. Now, why they chose Burnett, Texas, of all places, I don't know, unless they were doing a play on the word burn it, like don't burn it. I don't know. So these protesters call themselves the, quote, blood-stained men. That's the name of their group, blood-stained men. They're wearing all white clothes, and they had red painted bloodstains on their genital areas, holding signs that read, quote, nobody wants less penis, and, quote, genitals should not have scars. What a bunch of fucking morons. Punch all these idiots here. Now, I'm not here to make fun of men that are not circumcised, but I am here on behalf of all circumcised men, which I am, and suggest that I am not scarred, and suggest that my penis is beautiful. Why are you attacking my penis? I have a beautiful penis. The head is clearly invisibility. It's not hidden by a foreskin. I have the classic wiener. I do not have what appears to be a hidden sausage. My German Army helmet is exposed. Punch these assholes.
As a fellow German Army helmet, I would have liked to have a choice. I mean,
really?
You kind of forced into it.
You are. Your choice would have been what, though? Had you had a choice, what would it have been?
Probably not, because I don't like pain. And I would have been conscious to make a choice, like not a kid, being able to make a decision. And that would have been painful, I'm sure. So I probably would be a giant anteater, not a German helmet.
Well,
right.
Well, what?
Don't women prefer to see what they're... Don't women prefer cut, circumcised?
I have to ask my wife. I don't know what women prefer. I am... thank God I am circumcised, but I don't know what women prefer. But if let's say I got to, 20 something years old and like Ellie said, I have a choice. I don't know if I want to go through that surgery.
Exactly. I probably would do it.
They do it at birth, right? But see, I also thought it was wasn't a religious thing also? Like there's certain religions that don't circumcise their sons.
That don't? I don't know.
Well, most
Jewish
don't.
people, Christians and Jews do. Jews and Christians do circumcise your kid.
Catholics
I don't know if
circumcise,
Catholics
right?
do.
I don't know.
they do. They do.
Yeah, they do.
Christians
Oh, they do?
and Jews.
Catholics
yeah.
do. Yes.
What's the Jewish term for that? Is called a bris, I think.
Yeah,
They make it a ceremony.
Well, that's kind of weird, but the moil is the guy who does it in the Jewish ceremony, and he also kisses it for some weird reason.
You get the LG, you're making that up.
No, he's not.
LG,
He's not.
you're making that up.
He's not making that up. It's unfortunate, but he's not. No, he's not. So punch these assholes. And they're lucky they didn't get shot and burn it. You ever drove through Barnet? It's small town, baby. Small town Texas. They don't take kindly to outside motherfuckers blocking traffic over dick jokes. Mm-mm.
Well, we've got some women in the chat. So what do y'all prefer women in the chat?
Yeah, German Army helmet or whatever you call that, or ugly penis, because that's ugly to me. It's gross.
Yeah. Do you like it to just be out in front, or do you like a little peekaboo action?
If I were gay, I think I would prefer.
Doesn't it stink though? It has to stink, right?
I've heard there's like some Framundo cheese that gets up in there.
See, I'm not doing that, dog. I'm not doing that. Luckily, I have all girls, so I have no idea what I do, but I would like to think.
I'll punch these assholes.
So what I believe they do it. This came up on
right when you're born,
the old show at some point. No. It's not right when you're born. It's later.
Yeah. Cut or not cut has come up before. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we did a poll on this and who was cut or not cut. Most people were cut.
Yeah. You want to be cut. You don't want your penis looking like an old man. It's gross. It's not attractive. Not that penises are very attractive anyway.
Grandpa Simpson. Thanks, Adrian. That visual I can't get out of my head now.
You don't need Grandpa Simpson. You need to be out and proud.
Matt
Let
Bernard.
that head out.
Built-in Chinese finger trap.
Okay. Segment brought to you by Orlando Kell, who'll probably drop sponsorship Monday. Thank you, Orlando, for bringing us people I want to punch each and every day. Call Orlando Kell. Any sort of family law that you might need or require, this is the guy that we go to. Literally, that's who I've used in my life when I need a family lawman, and my lawman is Orlando Kell. 210-775-4995, or you can email him directly, orlandokell.law@gmail.com. Orlando Kell Law.
Give me a sec, LG.
At gmail.com. Don't want to give any names, but I just had a Thunderdomer reach out to me a couple of days ago saying, hey, man, I need Orlando's number. And I sent him Orlando's contacts. I've not gotten an update, but I'm sure I will. So thanks to that person for reaching out. You were in good hands with Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer of In the Building, and the official provider of people I want to punch each and every day. Matt says, I looked it up. A group of anteaters is called a candle. Okay, dude. Agapito Flores just bought us 3 coffees. Just put out my coffee hearing Mike talk about his BD, his big, well, it's in the news, man. Don't get on to me. I don't create the content. I just react to the content.
Magnum Dom.
It is what it is. All right. Next part of our show presented by the official liquor store of our show, Texas Cheer Liquor. If you have an uncut penis and you can't get laid because your penis is ugly and you want to drown your sorrows out by getting hammered, go buy all your booze at Texas Cheer Liquor. And don't forget to mention In the Building and get yourself a 5% discount. Bill Belichick is now officially the head coach at the University of North Carolina. Has it sunk in yet that the greatest NFL coach of all time, who's never coached ever in college, is the coach of Carolina, a basketball school?
It's not shocking when you read more into it. This is him pulling a LeBron. This is like, hey, I'll come, but when I leave, I want my son to get this gig. So I think he's falling on the sword, giving Carolina, get a little boost in their collective, make them a bunch of money, and then they got to hand the reins over to his son, So again, the whole nepotism thing, we talked about that a lot with LeBron. So the more I looked into it, the more it seems like, because they said, hey, Bill Belichick, he kept it real with them in this interview. Like, hey, if I take this job, I ain't telling you I'm about to be here for 5-10 years. I'm just telling you I'm taking the job and we'll see what happens. But it seems like, from what I can read, they can't just come out and say this. They're going to make his son the head coach whenever he's done. So in that case, it's like, all right, this is a way for me to get my son a really good job right out the gate, which is what we all strive to do for our children. So that's that to me. So I'm not shocked when I look more into it.
I haven't seen that angle, but I did see where Steve Belichick's leaving Washington to join that staff.
Right.
I did see that, so it wouldn't shock me. It was a funny press conference. The athletic director had a suit on with no sleeves. He had a suit with him that had no sleeves, which I thought was funny. Carolina has already. You can right now go buy a sleeveless hoodie with the Carolina logo, which is genius marketing. The Durham Bulls baseball team has already they posted a sleeveless hoodie, Durham Bulls baseball hoodie on their website. Genius. And he says he didn't come there to leave after a year. He says he's in. He says he's staying for a minute. And says that his first words, according to his dad, because his dad was an assistant coach at Carolina back in the 50s. Belichick says that he can't confirm it, but his dad always joked that his first words as a baby were beat Duke. Just saying. That's what he said yesterday. My first words were beat Duke. It's a hell of a thing, man. It is a hell of a thing for any university to hand all power to a coach. But obviously, Bill Belichick, to Rudy's point, whether his son's the guaranteed successor or not, Belichick did not take this job unless he has all power now with Carolina football.
And that's why he was never going to be the Cowboy coach.
Never. And he may not be anybody's coach in the NFL. What I've read was this is also a big screw you to the NFL. He's become super disenchanted with the NFL and has gotten tired of the owners and their arrogance and this kind of thing. He's old, so of course he's older school, but does not want much to do with the NFL anymore. And said he's already spoken. He said yesterday he'd already spoken to the team. I doubt we got a "hey, we coming" and it's Gucci speech like Dion gave Colorado when he got the job. But I guarantee you half the kids at Carolina are going to get kicked out of the program. Guaranteed.
Well, I feel like Bill, and I would be too, like, after what I've accomplished, I sat out a year? Are y'all serious? Like, how do I sit out a year? There's been guys that can't carry my Louis luggage, get jobs immediately after they're fired.
Right.
And y'all make me a 7-time, champion. Well, if you count the Giants as a defensive coordinator, 7, 8-time champion. Y'all gonna make me sit out a year? Screw y'all, I'm out.
Yeah, I think he's got a grudge with Bob Kraft because Bob Kraft has gone to great lengths to try to screw his reputation up with the other owners in the league.
Right.
Belichick got the only team that really seriously interviewed him last year when he left New England was Atlanta. There's all 32 owners now, and Jerry is obviously at the top of the heap, but there's not an owner in the league I don't think is going to give full power to somebody the way Bill wants it. Like even Sean Payton has a general manager. Mike Tomlin has a full staff of people that do personnel in Pittsburgh. Belichick wants all the say, and Carolina gave it to him. And I'll be interested to see how he handles these kids because he's a teacher and all this kind of thing. It's the old thing like with Belichick, like trying to back before he had gotten. No one disputes that he's the GOAT now of football coaching, but years ago when the debate was still up, it was kind of the Greg Popovich argument for Belichick. Like, there's maybe some coaches that what I liked about Bill Belichick and what I think makes him the best is the same thing that I think makes Pop the best. The old Pop versus Phil Jackson debate and this kind of thing. Pop coaches to the personnel, where Phil Jackson coached the triangle offense. Period. If you couldn't run a triangle,
I like
you could
that.
not.
I like that argument.
Like it's the old HEB argument. Like you take Pop and Phil Jackson, and have 10 random guys walk out of an HEB after shopping for groceries. And they line them all up against the wall, and Pop picks 5, Phil picks 5. Pop's 5 is going to win because Phil's going to run triangle offense with 5 dudes that just got out of HEB. They don't know how to run it. Pop coaches to the person. Anyway, point is, Belichick coaches to the personnel. Whatever he's got is the scheme he's going to run. And I think I think he's going to have success at Carolina, at least initially. I'll be interested to see how he handles young dudes, though. Like, he'll be able to coach now, get dirty and do some coaching. But he's going to have to deal with 18, 19-year-old kids. He's going to have to deal with 18, 19-year-old five-star prospects that are now all of a sudden millionaires because of NIL. He's going to have to deal with these kids on social media nonstop, posting all their shit. Belichick's probably going to have some social media rules, I would assume.
Well, and then you also have to deal with wondering where they're, when they're grown men, you're the Patriot. You mess up, you just out the league, you're just arrested. College is a little bit different. You're responsible for these, even though they're men, because some of them, a small percentage of them are getting paid. You are responsible for these children. So it's a whole different dynamic. So I'll be interested to see how this plays out.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, it's Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of our show. People are having Christmas parties left and right the next couple of weeks, getting together and stuff. So if you need you a lit kit, real cool, big, huge jug that you can make your own mix. And they got all the mixes in there for you. All you got to do is pour the ingredients in, stir it up, and serve it. Ready to roll. It is the lit kit scene they got at Texas Cheer Liquor. You can get them on all 7 locations, 6 in San Antonio, 1 up in Barney. And any order, not just lit kits, but anything, sake, whiskey, vodka, beer, wine, whatever you want to go get, 5% off when you mention in the building at all Texas Cheer Liquors. I'm getting excited that we got Colorado in the Alamo Bowl. Super excited. No doubt this show is going to do we're going to have some presence in and around this Alamo Bowl as Colorado takes on the Fighting Mormons of BYU. Travis Hunter, the All-American two-way player for Colorado last night, damn near swept the major awards. He won the Walter Camp Award for Player of the Year. He won the Chuck Bednarik Award for Best Defensive Player of the Year. And he won the Bolitnikoff Award for Best Wide Receiver. Just give Travis Hunter the Heisman. I think they give that out Saturday night. Just give the kid the Heisman. He's the best college football player I've seen since Vince Young.
I know there was some people that were upset that the San Jose State wide receiver didn't win the Bolitnikoff. He's number 1 in every category. His name Nick Nash.
Yeah, but he ain't better than Travis Hunter.
Number 1 in receptions, number 1 in touchdowns, yards per, like literally every category for a wide receiver. This kid, Nick Nash, 6'3", 195 out of Irving, Cali. Number 1 in every category for a wide receiver. And they give the award to Travis Hunter. So do with that what you will. 104 receptions, 16 touchdowns, 13.3 yards per average.
Well,
I'm just saying I don't care.
We'll see who gets drafted first.
Are
you a believer in rewarding numbers or rewarding who your eyes tell you is the best player?
I'm more of an eye test guy.
Me too. Although Deion's pissed he didn't win the Jim Thorpe Award for the best corner. He got best defensive player, but not best cornerback. That went to the Longhorn. That went to the kid from Pflugerville, Jedi Barron, who's a badass.
He's a badass, though.
A badass, yeah. So Jade Barron won Jim Thorpe. Travis didn't win Jim Thorpe with Deion's pissed. I don't either. Humble's own Kelvin Banks Jr. won best interior lineman, the Longhorn, the Outland Trophy. That dude has murder face. I want that guy playing offensive line for me. He was hurt last
won
week.
The quarterback, right?
Davey O'Brien. I think Shador won the Davey O'Brien. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man. It's been a great year in college football. I'm excited for college football. It's gotten more interesting because of NIL and transfers and all this kind of thing. Yeah, we'll see how many NFL coaches now leave to go to the college ranks because they feel like they can do a better job, make more money, all this kind of
thing. Cam Ward won it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, my bad. Former Incarnate Word Greg.
It's all good.
Cam Ward. Okay, Cam Ward.
Shout out to Cam Ward. What up, Cam?
One young man who won a lot of awards back in the day was O.J. Simpson. He won a lot of awards when he was at USC. O.J. Simpson's posthumously in the news today. His stash of penthouses is about to be put up for sale. The stash of Penthouse magazines that OJ had when he was locked up in prison in the state correctional facility in Nevada. Y'all interested in buying OJ's porn stash? So, you wouldn't want it just to say it was OJ's?
No, all them sticky pages. That's
You don't want some
disgusting.
dude's prison nudie mags? I didn't
No.
know you could get nudie mags in the joint. Although they should pass them out. It probably cut down on fights and angst and stuff. Malcolm Laverne is O.J. Simpson's longtime attorney, and he's the executor of O.J.'s estate. He tells the most credible news source in America, TMZ, that O.J.'s stash of prison pornography from his days in Nevada is up for grabs. That's right. O.J. and his fellow inmates were allowed to read Penthouse, it turns out, and it turns out O.J. had quite the collection. The lawyer says that O.J. was a big fan of porn and watched it and read it numerous hours while he was in prison. How he got his hands on the stack of magazines while he was in prison remains unclear. Like how the lawyer got the stack, like O.J. brought it with him when he got released. O.J., I guess, loved his porn stash so much that he brought it with him. So, they let you out of prison. You only got the clothes you were wearing in your suitcase, or O.J. had a stack of Penthouse with him.
Jesus.
But because O.J. is in such debt that they may actually post the magazines for sale. So according to TMZ, after O.J. got out of prison back in 2017, TMZ says, quote, "We're told that he stashed away the Penthouse issues because he then had access to free porn on his phone and computer. Now he could just watch it on a computer and just let the magazine stack up in the house. So when he died last year, or was that this year? The lawyer went in there and found the big stack. I've got photos of some of the magazines. I don't think I can show them, though. Can I, LG? Is that a copyright thing or whatever? Malcolm says he's hoping to hold the auction in early 2025. And the lawyer has been aiming to bring in over $269,000 from one of his homes. One of his homes is for sale, too. But that's a drop in the bucket because O.J. went to his death over $33 million in debt, mostly over wrongful death lawsuit convictions that he had because he chopped off Ron Goldman's son's head pretty much and damn near chopped off Nicole Brown Simpson's head. Assuming you believe that. Assuming you believe that. So if you want to buy OJ's stack of penthouses, if we had like Mr. Beast money and our company had gotten to the point where we had like, I don't know, Jake Paul money, I might bid on the magazines just for funsies.
Just for funsies, yeah, for sure.
Just to say we did, yeah. It's a collector's item. It's a collector's item.
Crazy. Do you remember how old you were when you found your dad's magazine stash?
My stepdad, Ernest, it was in the summer of 1980, and on the cover was Donna Summer, the disco queen. Never forget it. Glorious day in young Taylor's life. I was 7.
Yeah, I don't remember how old I was, but it was under the bed, and I was like,
it was in the daytime.
Yeah, it was like they were at work. I think my parents were at work.
Yes. So the first naked woman I ever saw, you'll be proud of me. The first naked woman I ever saw was a black woman in books anyway.
Well, that's 2 race references from Mike Taylor, not me.
I'd say the first naked woman I ever saw was a black woman too, in National Geographic.
Oh yeah. Hey man, when you were a little, Rudy, when you were a little kid, you do what you got to do, man.
Well, LG's talking about the ones from National Geographic that had the rings on their neck and they didn't wear tops. Really, LG?
They had the big giant hoop earrings in their nipples.
Used to love me some tribal titties.
Oh yeah, they sagged down to their knees. Saw those too, but the first very attractive set I ever saw was Donna Summers in the summer of 1980.
Donna Summers did not do Playboy.
Yes, she did, Rudy. She damn sure did. Look it up. Yeah,
she did. We got to the bottom of this, and she did Penthouse. It was a Penthouse you found, not a Playboy.
Yeah. I get my P's mixed up.
Yeah, she didn't do Playboy. She did the full spread in Penthouse.
Yeah, it was Penthouse. That's right. Correct. Penthouse. I get that mixed up with Playboy. Yeah, Penthouse is better. They got more cochino than Playboy. Playboy's a men's magazine where Penthouse is pornography. You know what I mean? Big difference. Just saying.
Oh,
All right.
sorry. Mike Taylor looked at Playboy for the articles. Sorry, sir.
Well, I did read the articles too. Sure, there was a lot of things in there on how to be a cool guy, like cool suits to wear. You know, how to part your hair, and cool cars and watches. It was like Esquire, but with titties. That was Playboy.
Yeah.
Their sports articles were great, man. I think the great David Halberstam wrote for Playboy for a little while. Roy Firestone would write boxing reports. The AP would print their the first top 25 every year. College football would be in Playboy. Always had it exclusively first. So don't be hating on me, man.
I'm not hating.
But it was Penthouse. You're right. It was Penthouse. My bad. All right. Show also brought to you apart by Slackers, the official sports bar of In the Building. All right. I mentioned this a second ago. Yes, of course, John. I was super happy. Somebody asked me, what do you think when you saw that magazine of Donna Summer? What did 7-year-old Taylor think? You know, you ever drive past a car and you see a dog with its head out the window? That was me when I first found my first naked lady. I was like, that was me. All right. I have some fun fact. I actually did research this morning. I didn't do research. I stole it out of Mike Finger's column. But Mike Finger in his column in the Express News today mentions this is actually The Athletic where he got it. According to The Athletic, Bill Belichick received a contract paying him $50 million over 5 years at North Carolina. That doesn't seem like a bunch, does it? College players are now making way more than the NFL.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
on Sportico's list of the 50 highest paid coaches in American sports today, so of the 50 highest paid coaches in all American sports, 21 of the 50 are college football coaches. 21.
Really?
Mm-hmm. By comparison, only 13 are in the NFL. Of the 50 highest paid American sports coaches, 21 are college football coaches, 13 are NFL coaches, 13 are NBA coaches, and I think like 8 are college basketball coaches, and then 2 might be like high-tone track or something. There's more money to be made as a coach in college football too. You know, you and I have talked about this year. I don't know about you, but I've talked about this for the last several years on my show, where my fandom for college football has gotten closer and closer to the NFL.
Well,
it is past the NFL, and it has for the last few years. I am far more entertained by college football than pro football. Far more.
Well, this is what I'll say. College is regional, right? So this year, because Texas is really, really talented, it makes more sense. But again, it's a regional thing. Whereas
But
the
I think
NFL,
the games are better.
Oh, the games have been better. This is a bad year for the NFL. Anybody tells you any different is just an NFL slurper.
The games this year
NFL
have
is
been
awful. The NFL is awful.
Boring.
And the NBA games are the same. NBA numbers are way down because the product is awful. And the product has been awful this year for the NFL as well. But because of gambling and because of fantasy, the numbers are always going to be fantastic. But if you just as far as just like
the
product on the field,
not close.
College football, head and shoulders, has been better than everybody.
Last night in the NFL, you had the greatest broadcaster of all time, Al Michaels, with Kirk Herbstreit on a nationally televised game on Prime. The game of the week, with a division championship in the
balance.
In that game last night, 2 division leaders, the score was 12-6 on a night in which when we had a guy literally quit on the San Francisco 49ers during the game. The product sucks. The NFL's boring because everybody's the same, man. Outside of the Chiefs, it's like watching Vanderbilt take on Vanderbilt every week. Everybody's
now
8-8.
Come playoff time, it's going to be great. You know,
I agree.
There's like 3 or 4 teams. There's 3 or 4 teams from each side, but you got to get through 17 weeks of that. But there's 3 or 4 teams from each side. Like I love Detroit. I love Philly. Minnesota, I'm kind of with you on them, Mike. and Green Bay. Then you got Buffalo. You got the Chiefs. That's going to come down to those two teams. So you got about a total of 6 teams that, like,
maybe.
I'm interested in them. But there's 32.
Right.
6 out of 32 is not good.
No, it's bad. Bad football, bad product. Everybody look, and I realize in the whole argument, well, these are the greatest football players on the planet. Yeah, but the way the structure is set up, the system blows ass. Where you have all these divisions where you can go 8-9 and win a division championship and get a home game. It's dumb. Games are boring in the NFL. When's the last time you watched all 3 hours of an NFL game that wasn't the Cowboys? All 4 quarters. Oh, whoa. Ravens Steelers on Sunday. I got to stop down and watch all 3 hours. When's the last time you did that?
Oh, there's only a few teams. I watched the Ravens. I watched the Detroit Lions.
All 3 hours? All 4 quarters?
Yeah. I watch. There's like 3 teams. If I'm there, I'm not making sure I'm there. But if I'm there, if I'm home on a Sunday, not playing golf, there's about three teams that I will sit down and watch.
Gambling and the NFL.
Gambling is the reason.
Right.
Gambling is the reason it's $20 million every week.
That's
it's not because it's a good product. It's because of degenerates.
Gambling and Red Zone channel.
Yes, Red Zone is my bestie.
If I sit on the couch and try to watch Browns Broncos, I'm asleep mid-second quarter. I'm out. I'm asleep. The system sucks. It's part of the reason why Belichick has become disenchanted with the NFL. The owners in the NFL are so fucking arrogant now, so out of control. All they care about is money. It's all they care about. Jerry Jones yesterday had a great day, I guarantee you. He's in his mind. Forbes, for the 9th straight year, released its most valuable franchises in pro sports on earth, soccer teams included. Dallas is by far the most valuable franchise in the world at $11.1 billion. They're the first pro franchise in the history of the world to be double digits in billions of dollars. I mean,
are you shocked?
It's sick. It's sickening. A fucking organization with more leaks than the Iraqi Navy can be worth $11 billion because of hype and bullshit. It's just awful.
Are you?
And the product sucks.
No, it is. It is, especially because how bad the Cowboys are. It just shows, like, again, what I've been crying about to Cowboy Nation. Like, why are y'all still there? But what I am shocked at, Mike, because they're not really that good right now, and I don't think they're going to win anything anytime soon, I am shocked by number 2 at the Golden State Warriors. Now, Golden State is at number 2. The Rams are 3. Yankees are 4. Knicks are 5. Patriots 6. And the Patriots haven't been good in a while. Giants 7. Lakers 8. Jets in the top 10. And San Francisco at number 10. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams from the NFL in the top 10, and the product stinks.
Right. Run that by me again. Go give me that list again one more time.
Okay. Cowboys 1.
Okay, stop
Golden
right there.
State
That's
2.
That's media market 4. Okay.
Golden State Warriors are number 2 at $8.8 billion.
Media market 5.
Rams 3.
Media market 2.
Yankees 4.
Media market 1.
Knicks 5.
Media market 1.
Patriots 6.
Media market 6. See where we're going with this?
Giants 7, New York.
Media market 1. Your value, you're either the Dallas Cowboys or you're in a top 4 market in the country. That's how you set value. Where's the incentive to win? Doesn't exist.
Isn't one.
There isn't one.
Are you shocked, though, as a guy that's kind of followed soccer? Are you shocked that soccer doesn't enter the chat until number 12 with Real Madrid? Oh. They didn't enter the chat until number 12.
That's stunning. That is stunning. Well, yeah. I think maybe perhaps this may be an ignorant thing to say. Maybe perhaps because there's so many good elite soccer leagues, they're finally starting to kind of eat each other up a little bit, maybe. Because there were times where, like, Real Madrid was number 3 in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, Manchester United would be up in the top 5.
Barcelona was in there, Chelsea, maybe Liverpool or Man U.
Barcelona's number 20.
Wow. Well, they've had a lot of money problems and tax issues in Barcelona. A lot of guys leaving. But you look at that. What you rolled off the top of the top five, the top five, you got all of them are in the top 5 media markets. 3 are in either 1 or 2.
That's a great point.
It's only based on geography because of the television deals. There's no incentive in the NFL to win. You're lucky if you get a coach and an owner and a GM that care about winning. You're lucky. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Like the Steelers, they're about winning. No, few others are.
And the Cowboys are up. Winning. Cowboys are up 12%.
I know.
It's crazy.
No incentive. No incentive. And you see what's and by the way, so what are they worth? $11.1 billion? And that's the other thing. That's the other reason why college is better. There is no salary cap. Yesterday, what are they worth? 11 billion? The Cowboys?
10.1.
Quote from Stephen Jones yesterday, Cowboys VP, told reporters outside the NFL league meetings on Wednesday, quote, I think we're going to have a financial challenge next year just like we did this year. It's going to be really, really tight. We still have some money left over from some guys who are not here today, and we're going to have other guys that won't be here in the future that you still have to pay and have them count against your cap. So you're worth $11 billion, but we can't spend any of it because we suck at divvying out our dumbass salary cap, which is communist and shouldn't exist. But so that's another reason why college is better. There's no salary cap. You can do what you want.
Right. And the thing is, they're worth 10. If the Cowboys went on sale today, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos would be in a bidding war, and they probably sell for about 20 to 25 billion. That's just the 10 billion is just what they're worth in assets and all that stuff. They'd sell for 20 plus.
I wish that would happen. You know what? I wish it would happen. You know what Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have in common? They want to fucking win. I'll guarantee you, if they bought the Cowboys, it'd be about winning. They want a return on their money.
Right.
It sucks, man. It's a shame. It's sick. It's gross. I am far more interested in college football than the NFL. I've been for a number of years, and it's more so this year than ever. More than ever. And it's not just because Texas is good. It's the product. I can stop down and watch UTSA play Army. I'm entertained by that. No, you don't have 45 future NFL players, but the product is better. The games are more entertaining. Everyone gives a shit. Last night, you got a division leader. They won a game 12-6 on a night which one guy on the other team literally quit mid through the game. It's awful. Isaac just gave us $20. Thank you, Isaac. Thanks. That's a good way to end it. Y'all want to end with $20?
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, fellas. Love the show. Can't wait to hear about Belichick going to recruit players, giving one-word answers to parents struggling to crack a smile. Won't happen. A, he ain't going to make any home visits. And B, he's not that guy when it comes to coaching or handling players. The guy you see and y'all, you should know this, Isaac. The guy you saw in press conferences is not the dude you see on the field. Go look at some of those mic'd up moments with Belichick on YouTube. He's a fucking badass during practice. You ever hear some of that shit?
Yeah, he talks a lot of shit. Yeah,
They'll
love
be
it.
just fine. I'm not saying he's going to win the Natty, but I'm telling you, Carolina football is going to go up because they got money and they don't have a salary cap, and they have people there that are going to run that program with Bill that all they care about is winning. That's all they give a shit about. There's incentive to win. All right, we're done. We're done. LG, get some sleep. Love y'all hard. Stick around. I got a couple things to talk about off the show. Y'all be good. See you on In the Building on Monday. We're off all weekend. No Longhorns game. Sundays we're off anyway. See y'all in here on In the Building on Monday. Love you hard. We'll let you know what time. Peace.
Hey.
Yeah.
Does Mike McCarthy get fired if they lose to Carolina?
No. I think Mike
to the Panthers.
Why? Hey, I got $11 billion. I don't give a shit. I like Mike. He's a good guy. He does what I tell him. I think Mike's back next year. All right, we'll see y'all Monday. Probably.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.